So,
Cool.
time to start. My name is Pastel Jog, Pastel Spooky Ghost, Pastel Feral Hog, aka the Walking Meme. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves and your characters quickly?
Okay, yeah. I'll go first actually. So, hang on, my character sheet because I'm going to read out all the lovely details I put down. Okay, so I am currently playing as a man named Charles Ravenwood. He is 31 years old. Currently lives in San Francisco in a very small apartment above a laundrette. It's literally a fucking bed, a mattress on the ground. He is incredibly poor. His credit rating is 0. He's broke as fuck. He was born in London and he traveled to LA seeking fame and fortune in Hollywood. However, he ended up horribly in debt and now he's really behind on rent. And he's a screenwriter. You know, he has dreams of being successful as a movie producer. So far, there are just dreams. But at the moment, he's currently chasing urban myths to steal ideas for his next big movie and hopefully get out of debt with. So this is why he's currently investigating, shall we say, any strange occurrences. I believe in the Boston area is correct, right, Pastel?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts is where he traveled to in search of certain rumors. I should point out, he is part Jewish from his mother's side, and he is circumcised, so that might be plot relevant. I'm not sure if it will be.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, but I'm letting you guys know that right now. He is 100% circumcised.
That's what helps you pass the sanity
He's not
check,
religious in any sense of the way, but yeah, his mother was. Over to you.
Shall I go next?
Go for it.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh, it's me, your boy James. How's it going? Also known as Marks no Jitsu, etc. Shameless plugging out of the way. I'll tell you about my character.
I'll give you a shout out,
So my character is a have you? Oh god.
Yeah, I wanted to see your face.
Find me on twitch.tv/marksno. Sometimes I stream. Sometimes it's alright. Anyway, my character. So my character's name is Terence Heary. He is a young man from Ireland originally, actually. He had where was it specifically I was from? Oh, Dingle. That's it. A small town called Dingle. It's like a small little village area that specialises in fishing, I think. It's right on the very west area of Ireland. He's a young academic, kind of a serial academic, really. He spent most of his adult life in academia of some sort, getting his degree, first of all, then getting his doctorate, and becoming a professor before the age of 30. He's 29 years old. He is not the most confident of people. He stammers a little bit when he's nervous. And he is a somewhat repressed homosexual.
Yes, this is 1920s America, so you know he can't exactly be open about that.
He has to be very in the closet about it. Though he did have a sexual relation with his old teacher, Professor Arthur Sampson, who is 30 years his senior. Sadly, recently Sampson died under mysterious circumstances, which obviously had a profound effect on young Terence. But yeah, Terence is well educated, intelligent man, usually found with piles of books under his arms. He's also long-sighted, so he has a pair of reading glasses.
James,
and he
quite
wears
your character
basically what
sounds
I'm
pretty hot.
wearing now. He is pretty hot. He's he dresses how I'm dressed now. So I'm set up for him. Got a pocket watch.
Ooh.
He doesn't have a gun though. The gun is an embellishment. Anyway, that's me.
Like Morgan
in the 1920s.
Right.
Morgan,
okay. Hello, I'm Morgan. My character is Madame Marie. She's a fortune teller and clairvoyant, a fake one. So she was born in Bordeaux in France, but moved to New Orleans like very young, and grew up in New Orleans with her mother, who was also like a clairvoyant voodoo kind of person, and kind of did voodoo and helped people out with like kind of supernatural side of stuff. So like with and she kind of she grew up in New Orleans in this like occult bookstore with her mom, and when she kind of grew a little bit older, she realized that she didn't have any of the gifts her mother had with like voodoo and that kind of stuff. So she ran away. She stole her mom's like crystal ball and tarot cards and stuff, and she ran away from New Orleans, and she moved to New York, where she like set up her own kind of little fortune teller stall and tricked people into thinking that she could tell the future and talk to their dead loved ones and stuff. And she kind of spent many years doing that, tricking people out of their money and
how many years?
Putting up this kind of image, like everyone. And then she kind of, because she'd done that so long and she spent so many years convincing people that she had these supernatural abilities, she kind of started believing it herself when she got older, and she kind of became senile and actually started believing that she had these abilities. And because she has like bad hearing, like whenever someone like speaks quietly or something and she doesn't properly hear, she just assumes it's dead people talking to her and like trying to communicate with the living.
That's really fucking clever.
And and she has a dead cat named Jazz, who she's pretty convinced follows her around and accompanies her everywhere she goes.
Hey.
So you have a spooky ghost cat.
Yeah. Oh, before we begin, let me give Pastel Feral Hug a shout out as well on my channel. So anyone who's not already, I think everyone is already following Pastel, but in case you're not, fix that.
So Morgan, you said you're going to be from France. Are you going to be doing a French accent throughout the game?
No, because she moved out of France very young. She's got more of a like New Yorker accent, I'd say. Because she's there for
doing a New York accent.
Yeah. And she's really sassy, so.
Wait. Born in France, raised in New Orleans, New York accent.
Hey, her parents might have been from New York.
This. This is a good chain of events.
Yeah.
A lot of she's fucking old though. So.
She's very old. She's 89 years old. Yeah.
It's going to be like an 1800s fucking accent.
1830s or something. Yeah.
She has seen several imperialistic wars, and possibly had several husbands. Who knows?
She's not that much younger than Independence.
Oh.
Oh wow! Oh wow, that's actually true.
1776, as Alex Jones won't let us forget. All right, so you guys, for whatever reasons, are currently either short of money or just looking for something to do.
I am incredibly.
Yeah, you sure are. But it's coincidentally something that piques your interest. You've all seen in a newspaper a wanted like classified ad for people to come and have a look at a house somewhere in central Boston that something weird's happened there, and like no one seems to be able to. Everyone that goes there to rent the place just kind of leaves really quickly, and the landlord, who doesn't really have the time to investigate it himself, has asked people to come and. Yeah, I mean, like I'm lucky. I'm the only person in my friends group whose landlord actually lives within 40 miles of the house they own. I'm at uni at the moment, and like most of the people I know, their landlords are in like London or Glasgow or something, and I'm in the southwest. Yeah, so you know that you are meeting a Mr. Stephen Knott to inquire about this job investigating this mysterious house. Stephen Knott.
Okay, so I imagine we've all just arrived in Boston, right? Or so on sort of thought that.
Well, some of you live in Boston. You probably.
I would have just gotten off the train or the bus. You would have used up my last dollar. Would it be $1 back then? I think it would be probably like the last $5 to get that bus. Yeah.
There wouldn't be buses, but you would have.
Maybe a stagecoach.
You perhaps would have snuck onto like you might have stowed away on a train.
Well, like a freight train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems about right for your character. write about it, make a film about it.
Yeah, I am desperate to find out more about this thing because I am running out of time for this rent. So I'm gonna make a beeline for this house actually, for this Stephen Knott. So I'm gonna go straight for it.
So through sheer coincidence, a young academic, a down on his luck film producer, and an aging mystic arrive at the office of Mr. Stephen Knott roughly at the same time.
Wow. You guys
imagine that one of you reaches for the doorknob and another one of you reaches for the doorknob at the same time, and there's a little bit of tension.
Is that between me and Charles?
It's up to you.
I mean, I retract my hand away from his immediately. I don't want to touch the hand of another man in public. What would people think?
Social distancing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want people to get the wrong idea about me. I don't swing that way. Hello, good sir.
I'm somewhat flustered and embarrassed.
I imagine both of you are here to inquire about the property.
Yes, I was hoping to get a chance to look into things on something quite nasty that happened to me recently.
Oh, okay. And Miss, why is your interest in this similar in strangeness to this fellow here, or?
Do I have to do an accent?
If you want, it's up to you.
Okay. You can do whatever you want.
What
choice is yours.
And the worse it is, the better.
I saw the advert in the newspaper. Wait, that doesn't sound New York. And I can solve everyone's problems with my spiritual mind. That sounds very Texas.
Yeah, do it.
Commit now, you committed.
Okay, I don't know where the Texas accent comes from though. I've lived in New Orleans and I've lived in
Katie
New York,
says her BF is Irish
Texas.
and she's offended by your accent, James, and also Krusty is here.
I haven't started yet. Give me a chance to warm up into it, alright? And
okay,
then it'll get better. It won't.
Taken aback by I think... okay, I just completely pretend to accept everything I've just been told about this mystic lady here, and just knock on the door and ask for Mr. Stephen Knott, if he's in.
You knock on the door, and a relatively well-dressed secretary opens it and says, "Oh, you hear about the advert?"
Are you Mr. Knott?
No, I'm his secretary.
Oh, my mistake. Yes.
Feel free to come in. All three of you?
Yeah, we didn't come here together. We just happened to arrive at the same time. But what about the same thing? The property that was advertised.
The more the merrier. Come ahead. Come on in. Come in ahead. Come in ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And she
I'm
beckons you in.
definitely sensing spirits in this house. There's definitely something unusual in here.
I don't think this is the house that the advert was about. Okay,
Well,
I ignore her
spirits
remarks. I just politely let her know that this is his office, this isn't the property.
So she beckons you into the office and offers you somewhere to sit for a little bit, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes pass. And
I
then,
offer a chair to the elderly lady for her to sit down.
Oh, thank you, young man.
For your weary bones.
After 2 minutes or so, Mr. Knott himself comes to the door of his office, which is a little closed-off area at the back, and says, "Oh, lady and gentlemen, you hear about the advertisement?"
Yeah,
Yes.
I hear it's interesting, or peculiar probably is a better word for it, right?
Yes, that sounds about right. Come on in. And he opens the door to his office like wide, and you see there's 2 chairs there, and the secretary brings another one through.
Okay, I'll take
thank you very much.
So, are you guys gonna sit down? I gotta confirm these things.
Yes, I don't know if it's a trap or not, but I will take a seat. Yes.
So
Take the cross the leg and look at his head.
So, I recently inherited this house in central Boston, and for some reason, recently I just haven't been able to rent it out again. Everybody I've rented it to has left immediately. Um, Apparently, like some previous tenants left in a really strange scenario or circumstances. I'm not 100% sure what they were. I've just
Okay.
heard rumors because I only recently inherited it. But nobody will stay there for more than like a week or so, and I don't have the time to deal with it myself. You can see I'm a very busy man. I have 3 businesses to run. I'm just gonna move James's webcam back to the correct place. It's all good. Give me a second. So, as far as I'm aware, the last long-term tenants of the house, there was some kind of tragedy there, and
I take out a notebook and start writing down the word tragedy in it. This is the shit I'm after.
Since then, there've been a lot of rumors of mysterious things, and I just need it to be all cleared up and for the house's good name to be restored, so I can rent it out and make a nice little profit.
I mean, I'm kind of in the need for a place to stay because me and Rent haven't agreed so much. Like, if you're willing to I'll give you a 5-star review on Yelp, which is a magazine publication that I write for. That will help you bring in more
sorry,
tenants.
we only read TripAdvisor in Boston.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's fine. I also have a TripAdvisor license. I show him my documentation.
Very impressive. Ah, yes.
This tragedy that you've described, what occurred with that?
I honestly, like, I've only heard rumors. So there's much more likely to be solid information if you look in the newspaper records or ask people from the area. They'll be able to give you a much better idea.
Slightly lean over to the Lady Marie here and ask her, if we are you able to commune with the spirits that would have previously have lived in this home if we got you there?
I can communicate with spirits that have passed on to the other world.
Is there anything
and
we
this
would
sounds
need
like the working of some supernatural occurrence, I think.
Do you think so?
So I think I'm the one for this job.
I think we're quite fortunate to bump into you
I think I can solve these problems.
Okay.
Perhaps if we were to pool our resources and perhaps work together on this, we could all actually get there a bit further, get there a bit faster, maybe.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in learning about these strange occurrences. Like you Mr. Knott, you mentioned newspaper articles about previous tenants. Do you know where we would find an archive of these newspapers? Potentially, need some further reading.
The Boston Globe keep a record of all their newspapers in their archives.
Can you just write down the dates in my notebook so I know which dates to be looking up?
I'm not 100% sure, but if you ask the...
Okay.
It's not a... How do I put this?
I imagine it would have been sometime this past year.
At least somebody will have an idea, or you can...
Do you have any details about the previous tenants and people
who used to live there? Are you able to give us their names or any...
contact them?
I can tell you that they're the Macario family.
Macario. How do you spell that?
Okay.
You spell it like I'm about to type into the text box.
Oh, you mean write down in my notebook?
Yes, I'll write it down in your notebook for you. Macario family.
And this family, are they all deceased?
No, I don't believe they're deceased. I'm not sure where they are now, but...
So they're missing. There's no indication of them.
I imagine they must be some members of the family.
In this plane.
I believe at least the father of the family is in an asylum, but I can't tell you which one. Okay. I feel like the reports will have a much better idea.
Okay. Madame, do you have any other further questions?
When can we see this house?
Oh, I was actually about to pass you the keys. So here are the keys, here is the address, and here is $25 in advance.
I pocket that immediately.
You just take it.
Yeah, so I'll be the
Well,
I'll be the treasurer for our little group.
Sounds like a bad idea.
I mean, you can tell by my clothing
It
that
is
you
a
know
bad
I have
idea.
lived in the west coast of California and so on, so I look rather fancy, high flying celebrity. But if you look really close, you'll realize that all my clothes aren't actually designer or anything. They're kind of like little off-brand factory rejects that I probably got for the
Did they
team.
have off-branded clothes in the 20s?
And my shirt's not ironed or anything, so it's not like actual Gucci. It's like Gucci, the Gucci.
Gucci.
Yeah,
Gucci.
yeah, it
Just
says
gonna wear
Gucci.
the Gucci.
Yeah, it's like a
Terrence
misprint
Furr
that I probably
brow
got for
at
real
you
cheap.
pocketing the money.
Yeah.
Terrence furrows his brow at you as you pocket the money, but he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything.
Fine, but you may
Looks
know. Okay.
at you with slight passive aggression.
I smile and nod in your
as you-
direction. I acknowledge your seething rage.
So I know you'll be able to find a lot more information at the library or the Boston Globe's archives or the Hall of Records, or you're welcome to go straight to the house and just have a look around. But it's all up to you. Anyway, I have some more business to attend to. I have a phone call in 6
Okay,
minutes.
yeah. I shake the hand of Mr. Knott and exit the office.
He gives you a not a particularly firm, but not a limp handshake.
Oh,
It
I go for
doesn't
the
stand
casual,
out.
like I grab him like as if I was like handshaking a friend, like I meet on the street or something. Like not a professional handshake.
Yeah, like a grasp handshake, and he just kind of puts his hand in yours.
I give him the limpest, wettest handshake possible. Just a clammy mess of a exchange.
He doesn't acknowledge that it's weird.
I'll just kind of look at him, say something vague about the potential of his future, that there is much confusion in your future, and then walk out.
I hold the
He
door
looks
open
at
for
you
the
like-
elderly lady.
Oh, thank you, young man.
No worries.
He raises his eyebrow as you say that, but
Alright, as the door closes, I want to quickly turn to the two. Do you know what? That was surprisingly like that man was very willing to give us a key and some money. Like he didn't even ask me for my name.
He didn't have much in the way of information either,
No.
if I'm honest. Considering the job that he was giving us, you'd think he'd have some prior knowledge of what has occurred.
I mean, to be fair,
That's
he's a
just holding
landlord.
out for
I
us.
am not surprised by this in the slightest.
I'm not sure if we can trust him, honestly, but I feel like there's a lot of men who is withholding from us. Information that we're obviously going to have to gather